I know so many of you have been anticipating this video, and all of our hard work has finally paid off. Let's friggin' get it today. What is up, guys? Cheers! How's your day going? I'm so excited to share this team with you. So, previously on the channel, we have talked about the Hella Crusher team, and today we are talking about Ninja Cat, which is basically just Hella Crusher plus Ninja in the same team. Very easy to set up, okay? Now, before I go any further, I need to give a huge shout out and thank you to my dude Fused. He is the developer of this team. We're going to feature the team on his actual account today. And man, he has been a saint. Extremely patient, diligently working on this team, working out all the kinks and details with me. And I am so pumped to share it with you. Okay, now there are a decent bit of details about this, so I wanted to make sure that we had everything worked out for you before we recorded this video. I wanted to do it right, okay? Now, not a lot of you know yet that we have a Clan Boss section over here on mtgjedi.com. This is a section that I am currently working on. I want only the best Clan Boss teams here, so you're not going to see 576 different Clan Boss teams here. You're going to see only the best teams, okay? Now, currently there's only 5 teams on here, and I have plans to add a couple more, but these are going to be only the best Ultra Nightmare possible teams on here. I might eventually put on like a good starter team or something like that. But these are going to be the teams that I recommend and that I build for people all the time during takeovers, okay? So you can see the Hella Crusher team here, and if you click on it, you're going to see the team itself with the damage potential here. You know, this is a real run with the real damage, and then you're going to see the speeds laid out very easily, whether it will work on Ultra Nightmare or Nightmare, or both, and then you're going to see some tips and tricks. We are also in the process of linking videos to these pages so that when you come here and you want to see the video on this team, you'll be able to just scroll down, click that link there, and then you're good to go with watching the video, okay? The Hella Crusher video is up on the channel currently. It was just last week, I think, and the link should be here later today if all goes well. And then over the next week or two, hopefully we'll have links to videos on all of these teams, okay? Now, today, we are going to be talking about the Ninja Cat team, okay? The Ninja Cat team is super, super amazing, okay? We have added some ads to the site as well, just, you know, to help me be able to support the site. So, if you're clicking through, you're going to help a little bit, you know, with keeping the site running. So, hopefully that's not too annoying. You can minimize it just like I did. And then there you go. So you can see here that this team that we're going to talk about today, Ninja Cat, has the potential to 1 key Ultra Nightmare. The 5 champions, maybe I can zoom in a little bit more to make this bigger for you guys. Let's see, how does that look? Yeah, that's good. We could probably even go more, right? That. Okay, great. But then I'll be hiding. Mid video, scoocheroo. I'll just put myself way over to the side like that, and then I'll just I'll just move. We'll do a little dance in the video. Okay, so this team has the potential to 1 key, and the champions involved are Helicath, Ferakin, Ninja, Tatura, and Dracomorph, okay? Now, I have not tested this with Doom Priest in place of Tatura, but that could be an option. I think Tatura is the best person for the job, but you could try it out if you don't have him, right? You can also try other block debuff champions like Brogni or Marked, but Tatura is really the perfect champion here. You do not need Ferakin or Draco in this team. You can replace both of those with lots of other potential champions, but they are kind of the best of the best in terms of what they do. I think Draco could be a lot of different champions. It does not need to be Draco. We actually have Weaken from Helicath, and we have Decreased Defense from Ninja. So all we're getting from Draco is the damage, because he's a heavy hitter, and the poisons. Ferakin is going to be going faster, so that he's going to cycle through his ally attack very quickly. He should be getting his ally attack every cycle through the clan boss. So every 3 turns the clan boss takes, Ferakin should be getting his ally attack because he's on a 4-3 speed. We're going to have Helicath putting up his shield and his block damage to keep us alive, and Tatura is going to take the stun here. Now, there's a little bit of complexity here because you need more than these 5 champions, okay? You need a 6th champion to replace Ninja with on Force for Ultra Nightmare. Okay, so you can see that middle row here. The middle row is going to show you the Ultra Nightmare Force only, and anybody else you want to put there in place of Ninja is great. They just go at 172, okay? The normal speeds for the team is Helicath at 245, Ferakin at 225, Tatura at 175, whoever damage dealer you want to use. We have Draco at 173, Ninja at 205, and then even if you don't have Ninja, you can run this team. You just use the Force only team and put your damage dealer at 172. Then you can use this team without Ninja. So that's why I love this team, because you have so many options and you're not limited to a lot of champions. Now, when you're running Ninja in this team, you are going to need a Nightmare version as well, and that DPS champion is going to be at 186. I think, if I remember correctly, he put Kale or Frozen Banshee, one of the two, in for Nightmare. So that will be your 7th champion. So the only downfall of this team is that you need 7 champions dedicated to it instead of 5. A lot of these teams, they do need 6 champions instead of 5. This one needs 7, okay? So, basically, if you're hitting Force every day, you only need to worry about that top team, and then you can build the Nightmare team. The thing when you have some of these extra champions is get the first team working first, then add your additional champions as you can, okay? But there's so much potential in this team. I'm very, very excited about it. So what are the details that you need to know? Okay, again, verse Force only. Draco wants to be the stun target because the 172 speed champion will not have a shield up for the stun. So what Fuse did, was he actually built Draco a little bit tankier. So because if you just build him super squishy, then he has the potential to die. Even if he dies, the run will go till turn 50, okay? It just will have that one champion dead. So you do need to be a little bit careful with that stun target. And if your DPS champion is a little bit tankier, then that would be a good idea, okay? On Nightmare, we're going to go over the turn order and the delays and stuff. So I'm not gonna add that in right here, but you can see it. And then the positioning of the team is very important. Helicath is in the lead, then Farrakhan the Fat, and Ninja and the third spot. That positioning is very important. That is one of the key features about this team. And then I'm going to slide myself back over here for the next part of the video. So, and again, 7 champions, right? So, we'll come away from mtgjedi.com. You can navigate over there at any time. Remember, we have the pack offers section at the top as well. Looks like it's showing some kind of weird stuff at the top. That's my stuff, not your stuff. You won't see that, okay? I have the ability to edit the site. But at the top, you are likely to see the Clan Boss section. I actually have no idea why it is showing that at the top there. That is very odd. I'm not certain. I think maybe because I'm like zoomed in. Oh, I see. It's because I'm super zoomed in. So hopefully you can see at the top here, you have your packs, you have my videos, you have the merch section. I need to have those emails forwarded for the contact information because I haven't been monitoring those. But if there's anything else you want to see on the site, we're constantly working on updating this and bringing more and more things to the site. I'm very excited about it, and we need to get into the actual team. So, let me minimize this so that that's out of my way. Let me pull the game up here so that's on the screen. And let's come over here to the team, okay? Now, we are going to be coming in on Ultra Nightmare. We want to make sure that we have the correct team selected. You also, on Nightmare, you are going to need a different turn order versus Magic. Okay, so let's go over all of the different turn orders right now. On Ultra Nightmare, the normal turn order is as follows. Helicath just prioritizes his A3, okay? Farrakhan's going to do his thing. Ninja needs to open with his A3. Tatura needs to prioritize his block debuffs. And Draco, I think we should turn off the decreased defense and weaken, but that was not something Fused and I discussed. That way he can cycle through these two abilities. Draco might already do that on his own, okay? So that is the normal rotation for Ultra Nightmare, okay? On the Force Ultra Nightmare, we have the same thing for Helicath. We have the same thing for Farrakhan, same thing for Tatura. We have Draco, and then we added a Fushan in place of Ninja at that alternate speed 172, okay? Now, on Nightmare, okay? On Nightmare, Helicath needs to delay his abilities by 1 turn, so we set the opener here to the A1 and still prioritize the A3. Same thing with Tatura, opener, and then prioritize the A2. Draco's going to do his thing. Farrakhan's going to do his thing, and then our new champion for Nightmare at that 186 speed is going to be Frozen Banshee, okay? Last but not least, we have the Nightmare versus Magic, and this is going to be the same speeds. The only difference is, what's the only difference here? The only difference is Tatura does not do his A2. You turn that off versus Magic. Okay, that is the only difference. Okay? So, let's see this in freaking action already. Jeez, Jedi, let's go here. Okay, so we have the Ultra Nightmare version. We want to come in here. And we want to actually see the stats and masteries at the end of the video. So let's come in here and then continue to talk. All of these 4 presets are going to be full auto, which is a beautiful thing. Full auto, okay? Now, that means that if you set those presets, you don't need to worry about these abilities, okay? You don't need to worry about these abilities. You just set the presets and go, okay? This team is a little bit complex, but trust me when I say it is completely worth it. Completely worth it. One thing that I don't know if it's worth it, I believe it's Ferikin. Yes, Ferikin is in a toxic set. And I actually think I need to talk to Fused because I think putting Ferikin in a toxic set is losing out on poison damage from Draco. But I want to monitor that throughout the course of this fight because I haven't run this team enough to know the answer on that for sure. All I know is that he believed that the toxic set on Ferikin was going to add damage to this team. You can see there Draco had plenty of room to land his poisons. Ferikin has been a baller with this toxic set. But you see here, like, I think that we're clogged on that toxic set is clogging us up, I think. So, in my opinion, you do not need the toxic set. If you guys test this out, let me know what you think if you think that we need the toxic set. And it seems like Draco's just never going to do his A3, so I feel like we could just turn that off, okay? Draco's going to alternate between his A1 and A2, and that's literally exactly what we want to do here, okay? Now, there's a couple of reasons why Ferikin is the best idea for this, okay? I think you could easily put Krila in here, and then putting her in a toxic set would be valuable because she doesn't bring any, HP burn. She doesn't bring any of that poisons that Ferikin is bringing, okay? I think Krila would be a nice alternative, but really any damage dealer could fit here. I don't think a counterattack champion will work, but we have not tested that. So it's possible you could put a Martyr or a Skull Crusher. Valkyrie will mess this up, I think. But you could put a Martyr or a Skull Crusher in place of Ferikin, I think. But we have not tested that, okay? If you're going to replace Ferikin, replace him with a good damage dealer for Clan Boss. Preferably one who has strong multipliers. Trying to think of who I would really suggest in place of Ferikin. I would try to put an ally attack in where Ferikin is. I really would. I think that that's the most valuable spot where we're getting a ton of damage here. You can see that our damage is well over 1 million per turn, and we are coming into about 1.5 million per turn. I don't know if this is going to one key on every affinity, but on Ultra Nightmare, the Void, Spirit, and Magic, I believe it's going to be a 1 key, okay, on those affinities. With Force, where you have to take Ninja out, I think it's going to be a 2 key. But a lot of this is going to have to deal with your gear as well, okay? Your gear level is really important for this team, whether it will be a 1 key or a 2 key, okay? Now, a couple other notes of importance here, right? Every time the stun comes around, which it's about to again, okay? Not right now, but in a second here. You're going to see that Tatora is taking the stun. And the reason why that's happening is because everybody else is veiled. Tatora is not. So we're guiding the stun to Tatora. Okay? Now Tatora is going to put the veil up in a second here. And then he should take the stun. So let's pay attention and watch for that specifically here. Okay, you can see there, Tatora taking the stun. I don't think everybody else had the veil, but that is how it should go, okay? Tatora should be hitting that single target damage from the clan boss, okay? What else is there that I need to tell you about for this team? Okay, so another reason why Ferikin is really important for this team is because he allows you to build your entire team at 70% crit rate, okay? Because he's going to be consistently putting up the crit rate aura on your champions. They will all have that crit rate buff, crit rate buff. They will all have that crit rate buff. That was a good example of the stun there, just FYI. They'll all have that crit rate buff because Farakin is applying that crit rate buff. So they'll have it. I don't know. I kind of got mixed up with my words there. But you can see that that's going to be really valuable for this team because that's going to let your gear be way more flexible, only having to get your champions to 70% crit rate because you have a bonus 30%. You also are getting the defense aura from Helicath, which is a really under-talked about part of his kit. And that's very helpful for surviving the clan boss here, okay? We're going to talk about masteries because our whole goal with the masteries is to make sure that the stun goes on Tatura. That's the point. Okay, we want to guide the stun there, and there's a very easy way to do that with the masteries. Okay, so I'm so pumped to share this team with you guys. While you're watching this here, what do you think about the team? I really want to hear about this in the comments below. Do you think that you're going to build this team? Are you going to use the ninja version or the non-ninja version? I'm very interested to know. I'm so happy to be able to provide both options for you. That really makes me happy to provide this as another great clan boss team. I'm very excited about it, and I hope that you guys are as well. Another thing to note here is that this is going to be a quicker run. Okay, this is going to be a quicker run, and my apologies that this is going to end up being a longer video, but there's just so much to cover with it. I want to make sure that we cover every aspect, but inevitably I will miss something, and so you can put any of your questions as a comment down in the comment section. I do try to answer comments as often as possible, and I will hope that Fused will be active in the comments as well. So that way he can answer some things directly for you. Okay. One of the things I was trying to get around to saying is that this is going to be a much quicker clan boss team than a lot of other Ultra Nightmare teams. There's no counterattack masteries. There's no counterattack champions. And so you're not having that time per turn added to the run. So what you're going to notice is this is a lot faster of a team, and that's pretty dang cool. Okay. I'm actually so excited about this team that I'm thinking about building my own version of it as well. I have all of these champions, but I want to kind of see and play with some other options of teams here so that we can maybe get a good idea of who else we can include. Obviously, I want to keep Helicath and Tatura and Farakin the Fat, but I want to play around with other options instead of Ninja and Draco. So if you have suggestions on who you'd like to see in those spots, I would love to hear that from you guys. I don't have Dark Kayle yet on my account, but I think Dark Kayle could be a wonderful replacement for Draco. And then maybe Geomancer in place of Ninja. That could be a really fun team. Unfortunately, I don't have Dark Kayle, but you probably don't either. So maybe we could do Venomage. I wonder if that would be a good option. Venomage and Geomancer, get some almost, more epics in this team. And if you have any other team combinations as ideas that you'd like to see, let me know that in the comment section as well. So we are wrapping up here with the final turns. You can see we've never been in danger of dying, right? We've never been in danger of dying. I'm interested to see if we do hit that 1 key threshold. And we'll get to see that here in a minute. I think it's totally gonna be 73, 74 million. This might even be like the best key. This might even be the best key. We'll see though. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, right? Make sure that you're following the masteries, okay? We're gonna go over those masteries here in a minute as well. And one of the things that I find when I post these Clan Boss videos is people try to do their own masteries, and then the Clan Boss team doesn't work, okay? And if you don't follow the mastery guide for this team's not going to work for you, okay? The masteries are like an essential part of this team because we're guiding the stun to Tatura, and also because we don't want all these counterattacks for Ninja, okay? We don't want a lot of the normal things that we would get, okay? And of course, we're not going to have any of the turn meter increasing abilities on our masteries. That's a very common error. We're not going to have any of the ability cooldown masteries. That's also a very common error, okay? So we're already at 66 million here. I'm going to grab a drink. We're going to watch the damage stack in. All right. So, turn 45, and then on turn 50, we are going to die, I believe, because we're not going to be unkillable anymore. So the Clan Boss is going to kill us. I think that it's completely possible to build this type of a team, not this team, but this type of a team that lasts past turn 50. But I don't think we've figured that technology out quite yet. The next thing I would love to know is there anybody out there who's been working on a Helicath team that puts everybody on a 2-1 ratio? We passed the 1 key. We're over at 72 million, and I think this is going to be the best damage. So I might change the picture on the website and update this here. Because this is pretty impressive damage here. I would love to see somebody like Seeker in this Clan Boss team in place of Draco. I would love to see that. Or Deacon, but preferably Seeker for the increased attack. So if you have the wherewithal to work with the Clan Boss calculator, if you've been working on a Seeker plus Helicath team, please get a hold of me. I'd love to find a team that works like that. Okay, 13 minutes, an incredibly fast run, 75.92 million. Excuse me while we screenshot this. We definitely love this picture here. We're going to update that to this picture on the site. I am probably blocking the Helicath damage. So, shoot me this way. Okay, so Helicath ended up doing almost 13 million. Bearkin did 8, but remember, he provides such a huge benefit, right? Ninja did 23, Tatura 10, Draco 21. Everybody is helping out in this team. So good. Now let's go ahead and check out the champion builds. Okay, let's go to recently used. I think I need to be over here most likely. So let's just make sure that I'm not blocking anything, right? So the Ninja build, we have 5k attack, 209 crit damage, and you're going to see everybody around the 70% crit rate mark. And of course, that speed, the accuracy is going to be above 220 on all of the champions, okay? Let's take a look at the mastery build here. I'm not blocking anything. Okay, sweet. So, I don't think that this mastery matters at all here, Cycle of Violence, for this content. But you're going to see all these champions have the Steadfast Mastery, which is clutch. And then they come straight down, okay? I think all of the champions have this same mastery layout. So let's go ahead. Oh, Draco has counterattacks. Okay, I guess they're all different. All right, so let's slow down. Okay, let's slow down. So Draco's in Savage. I don't think that that's completely necessary, but his attack could be much higher. So that's something we'd want to work on in this build. 236 crit damage. Again, the same type of stats here. Focusing on attack, over 70% crit rate, as much crit damage as we can get with the accuracy threshold at our speed. Here are Draco's masteries. How am I blocking this here? Nope, we're good. We got counterattack masteries on Draco. I did not notice a lot of counterattacks from Draco, but, you know, I don't know. It's also very important to note that all of these champions are fully booked. Fully booked, all of them. Okay, we have Helicath here. He is at 4,300, 4,400 defense. That could be a lot higher. But again, he's the fastest one in the team, so his crit stats are not going to be as good. Keeping in mind, we still have that accuracy in there. His masteries are a bit different. We have the shield masteries. We also have Steadfast. This is the mastery that's helping to guide the stun. And then, of course, that little L shape over here on the mastery tree as well. Tatura. I don't think he finished the masteries over here yet, but 4,300 defense, the right speed, crit stats. We didn't put any accuracy on him. That could be helpful for other content, not helpful on the clan boss. The masteries, I think once he finishes them, he's going to come over here to the counterattack masteries. So that's going to add even more damage. And Farrakhan. Farrakhan, as I said, is in that toxic set. I don't believe that he needs that. If you build up his attack and his crit damage, Farrakhan can actually hit really hard. So there's a lot more damage potential here. But with him being the second fastest champion in the team, you have to keep that in mind. What can you do? Okay, but definitely room for improvement here. And again, I don't think that this toxic set is needed. So as far as masteries, same kind of mastery tree, Steadfast down here. And then once he finishes those masteries, we will do the L shape down here as well. Frozen Banshee, while we're at it, is an important part of this 7-man team. She is going to be at that 186 speed. Her crit stats are not as important, but if you want to, it'll help a little bit. She does not hit hard. Her multipliers are not good. Really, it's just the accuracy and the speed. But if you want to, you can put the crit stats there. Apparently we hit exit instead of masteries. So let's come over here. The counterattack masteries on her as well. This should be over here because she should be at full HP. But, you know, if you find her not being at full HP, then this mastery would be fine. And then the last champion was Fushan. Where is he? I don't know if he... Where is he at? I'm just like completely missing him. Okay, so Fushan, 4,500 attack. His crit stats are not where they need to be. If you want him to land his decreased defense ability, then you would need to put more accuracy on here. I would say that this build could be a heck of a lot better. Should be more in line with the others. But, you know, Fused is only a mid-game player. This is his first Ultra Nightmare team. And so he only has so much gear to go around. Masteries are not finished on Fushan yet. But I will pull up Draco's masteries here. This should be the mastery tree for Fushan. Okay? So, what questions do you have about this amazing team, the Ninja Cat? I'm so pleased to share this with you. Now I have like 7 phone call messages to go answer, and I need to upload this immediately to get this out to you guys. If this was enjoyable to you, hit the like button. Let me know your questions in the comments below. Check out mtgjedi.com, and I will see you guys in